10 steps ahead. TGBU talk, yeah, yeah. TGBU talk, yeah, yeah. TGBU talk, yeah, yeah. TGBU talk, yeah, yeah.
Ever get that feeling like you're listening to a song and you know it's good, but something's telling you there's got to be more to it?
Yeah, like you're just scratching the surface.
Exactly. That's what we're doing today, diving deep into Azrin of TGBU's hit Traveler.
We're going way beyond just the surface, trust me.
We've got two awesome sources that unpack all the hidden meanings, the shout-outs to his bandmates, like all that good stuff.
It's true. This is not your typical song analysis.
So both our sources talk about Azrin being like obsessed with time travel.
Especially that show, what is it, Travelers?
Travelers, yeah. If you've seen it, it really makes you think about how one decision can have this ripple effect and change like your whole life.
And that's exactly what Azrin is playing with in Traveler, that idea. It's like he's looking back at his 12-year-old self, about to get on a plane to a whole new life, and realizing that moment, that was a catalyst.
And speaking of that plane ride, get this. The song opens with the pilot announcing Flight 411.
Okay.
And guess what? 411. That's Azrin's birthday, April 11th.
Oh, that's good. Talk about a way to grab your attention from the first second.
Right, like he's inviting us into his world right from the start. But it's more than just, a fun fact. That flight becomes this metaphor, leaving childhood behind, facing the unknown, a whole new chapter.
It makes you think about those moments, we all have them, those decisions that feel huge, maybe a little scary, but they shape who we become.
Exactly. And for Azrin, that moment, that was moving to Bahrain with his family.
Our sources, they paint this picture, right, of 12-year-old Azrin on that flight.
He did not want to go.
He had no choice. It was his dad's job.
It's that feeling of being uprooted. Everything you know is suddenly different. And at 12, that's a lot.
Absolutely. It'd be easy to see that as purely negative, but that's where Traveler takes a turn.
This is where it gets interesting, because it's in Bahrain that Azrin discovers music, like his passion for it.
Wow.
What felt like a loss, like his world ending, it actually opened up this whole new path.
And the time travel theme, it comes full circle. It's like he's looking back, but with this sense of gratitude. That tough experience, it led him to where he is now.
It makes you wonder, would there even be a TGBU without Bahrain?
Right, like fate, coincidence, all that. Did it feel like destiny to him, knowing it led him to his bandmates? Speaking
of TGBU, did you catch the line, "We do not divide"? I instantly thought of their song, "Unite the Five."
Such a clever move. He weaves in that "Unite the Five" reference so subtly, and if you listen close, you can hear the melody from "Unite the Five" hidden in Traveler.
Whoa, I did not catch that. He is packing so much into one song. But he doesn't stop there. Each verse of Traveler is dedicated to a different member of TGBU. And they're full of these little inside jokes, memories. It's really cool.
It really shows their bond, He's celebrating each of them for what makes them unique.
So are we ready to dive into these verses?
Let's unpack it.
All right, let's start with the Bood. Love how Azrin starts this verse, calls him a one of one. Where's the symbol that embodies hope? It feels like, he's going out of his way to say how much this friendship means.
Yeah, it's interesting. It would have been easy to just say, Abood's a great friend. But he uses these, very specific phrases, almost like he's trying to capture Abood, the essence of him in just a few words.
And it's not just friendship, right?
Yeah.
There's this, admiration there, especially that line about the, symbol that embodies hope. And he guesses.
Oh, come on. Superman, of course.
Of course.
Longtime TGBU fans, they know. Abood, huge Superman fan.
Those pictures of him in the Superman shirt.
Exactly. And then there was that TGBU skit where he actually played Superman.
How could we forget that skit? But it doesn't stop there. He goes on to say, like with M and Dre, I'll need a doctor. On the surface, it's a fun, Eminem, Dr. Dre reference. But knowing Azrin,
there's always another layer. He's referencing Abood's actual job. Abood's a doctor in real life. It's like he's saying, hey, you're not just my bandmate. You're this intelligent, accomplished dude. Adds a whole other level of respect.
It's so cool how he weaves those personal details in. Okay, Manny's verse, classic Azrin, right? Calls him Ice Cube Manny, which, spot on, by the way, and then drops the line, I gotta say it's a good day, like a little wink to the Ice Cube song.
He nails Manny's personality with those lines. But then he gets serious. Manny always keeps it 100. On one level, it's their song, Manny Man.
Right.
But it's deeper than that.
Oh, totally. It's that idea of, authenticity, staying true to yourself.
Exactly. And even if you don't know the song Manny Man, you still get it. You get that Azrin respects that about Manny.
Okay, Ali's verse. Azrin starts by connecting Ali's love for Messi with that line, Messi, a champ in the making. But then he goes even bigger, comparing Ali to Muhammad Ali, the boxer. Classic Azrin wordplay.
It is. It's playful, but you can tell how much he admires Ali. You know, he's not just saying Ali's good at sports. He's saying he's got the heart of a champion.
And again, if you're a dedicated TGBU fan, you get those extra layers. Like, did you pick up on the music playing softly during Ali's verse?
You mean the theme from I Made It by Kevin Rudolph?
Yes.
Of course. Now, some people might be like, what's that got to do with anything? But real fans, they know I Made It, one of Ali's favorite songs.
Right. And apparently it reminds him of his passion for, get this, WWE wrestling.
See? Small detail. But it shows how much thought Azrin put into this.
And how well he knows them. Okay, Hadi's verse. This one feels different, right? Like the energy shifts.
It does. It gets more like introspective, more spiritual even.
Yeah.
Hadi's verse is where Azrin reflects on their experience performing the pilgrimage to Mecca.
Whoa, I did not know they did that together. That's a big deal.
It is. And when you know that line, I'll always remember the lessons we learned on the journey. It hits different. It's not just a trip, you know? It's a spiritual journey they shared.
And then he says, it's the least I could be as your real bro, Hilmi. So simple, but so powerful.
And so layered. Remember how we were talking about those hidden layers? Hilmi, that's actually Azrin's middle name.
Get out.
It's like he's saying he's as close to Hadi as a brother, but wait, there's more.
There's more.
Hilmi is also the name of Hadi's brother.
No way. I had no idea. That changes everything. Wow, Azrin is not messing around with these verses. He is really pouring his heart out.
He is. And if the double meaning of Hilmi wasn't enough, he incorporates the melody from Maher Zain in the background.
Oh, wow.
A beautiful spiritual song. It really resonates with their experience. Okay, last but not least, Naeem's verse.
He saved the best for last. I'm kidding. But seriously, I love how he ends with Naeem.
What did Azrin come up with for him?
So first, we've got the classic Spider-Man theme woven in there. You know, because Naeem's love for Spider-Man is basically legendary at this point.
Yeah, everyone knows that about him. He's like a walking, talking Spider-Man encyclopedia.
Exactly. But just when you think, oh, that's clever, Azrin put the Spider-Man theme in there, he layers in Danny Elfman's more modern Spider-Man theme on top of it.
Wait, hold up. He's got both Spider-Man themes going on at the same time?
Oh, yeah. It's subtle, but it's definitely there. And I think that duality, that mix of old and new, speaks to Naeem's personality, too. He loves the classics, but he's always open to the new stuff.
Okay, that's impressive. 2 Spider-Man themes, that's some serious dedication.
Oh, that's not even all of it. Azrin also throws in a snippet of 10 Steps Ahead for good measure, which longtime fans will remember. And then for the cherry on top, he incorporates Jason Mraz's Song for a Friend, which just so happens to be Naeem's all-time favorite song.
Oh, that's actually really sweet. It's like he's saying, hey, Naeem, I remember that conversation we had about this song, and I'm putting it in here just for you.
Right. It shows that these aren't just random references. These are deeply personal choices that speak to their shared history.
I love that. It makes you want to listen to Traveler with a magnifying glass just to catch all the details.
Exactly. There's always something new to discover, no matter how many times you've heard it.
Yeah.
But it's not just about identifying the samples. It's about understanding why they're there and what they add to the overall experience.
Totally. So how do they enhance the experience?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? It really is. And it's something that Azrin does masterfully throughout Traveler, not just in the individual verses.
Oh, you're saying he's hidden even more sonic Easter eggs for us to find.
Oh, absolutely. He's playing with these musical themes even in the transitions, in the way the song builds and breathes.
Okay, now you have to give me an example. What kind of magic is he working in the transitions?
All right, remember how we talked about Unite the Five popping up in Abood's verse? That sense of finding their place?
Yeah, definitely. Gave me chills.
Well, hold on to your hats, because that very song makes a serious comeback as the song starts building towards the grand finale.
Oh, really? How so? Does it just like start playing again, or?
It's better than that. Picture this, right? The music's swelling, the energy's building, and suddenly, bam! You've got this incredible choir entering the scene.
But a whole choir, no way.
A whole choir. And they're not just singing any old lyrics, they're harmonizing the letters TGBU to the tune of Unite the Five.
You're kidding. That's amazing. It's like he's taking that theme of unity, that feeling of coming together, and amplifying it tenfold.
That's exactly it. It's such a powerful musical choice. It takes the song from being about Azrin's personal journey to being about this shared experience, this bond between all of them.
Goosebumps, man, every single time. You know, it's that feeling of we're in this together that makes TGBU so special, and Azrin just bottled it up and poured it into this transition.
He's a genius. There's no other way to put it. And just when you think the song can't possibly get any more emotionally resonant, he hits us with this incredibly personal touch in the outro.
Okay, now you're just torturing me. What is it? Spill the tea!
All right. But you got to really listen for this one. As the song fades out, focus on that soft melody playing on the electric guitar.
It's subtle, but it's definitely there. It's like this little whisper of a melody. What is it? Some kind of famous guitar riff or something?
Not quite. It's actually a classical piece, Minuet in A minor, by Johann Krieger, to be exact.
Minuet in A minor. Doesn't ring a bell. Why is that significant?
Well, it might not be a chart topper, but it holds a very special place in Azrin's heart. It was the very first song he ever learned to play on the piano.
Ah, that's actually really sweet. So by including it in the outro of Traveler, he's kind of bringing his whole musical journey full circle, isn't he?
Exactly. It's like he's saying, hey, this is where I started, this is where my love for music began, and look how far it's taken me.
Man, who knew a song as seemingly straightforward as Traveler could have so many layers, so much depth? It's like peeling back the layers of an onion, only instead of tears, we get these amazing musical revelations.
That's the beauty of music, isn't it? It can be so much more than just entertainment. It can tell stories, evoke emotions, connect us to our past.
I feel like we've uncovered all these incredible musical Easter eggs, but what do they all mean in the grand scheme of things? It's like, yeah, we get it. Azrin knows his music. He's got great taste. But what's the big deal?
Well, it's more than just showing off, right? It's about how those musical references make you feel. It's about the emotions they stir up.
Right. Because we could sit here and list off every sample, every little nod and wink he's put in there, but that wouldn't even scratch the surface of what makes this song special.
Exactly. It's like you hear that familiar melody, that little snippet of a song you love, and suddenly, boom, you're right back in that moment.
Yeah.
You know, that memory comes flooding back.
Totally. It's like when that one song comes on the radio and you're instantly transported back to like high school or something. It's powerful stuff.
Exactly. And that's what Azrin's tapping into here. He's using those familiar sounds, those musical memories, to create this richer, deeper experience for the listener.
So it's not just about recognizing the sample, it's about how that sample connects to the bigger story he's telling, both about himself and his relationship with each member.
That's it. It's like he's giving each of them their own musical theme song within the larger song.
Yeah.
And it makes you appreciate Traveler on a whole other level, you know?
Totally. It's like you could listen to it 100 times and still catch something new, some little detail you hadn't noticed before.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a song that rewards repeat listening, for sure. And just when you think it's over, Azrin hits us with one final touch.
The ending, right. The sound of the plane landing brings us right back to the beginning, back to Bahrain.
Exactly. It's like he's saying, this whole journey, all of it, led to right here. And I wouldn't change a thing.
And that last line from the pilot, trust the process. Simple, but so meaningful.
Right. Azrin's looking back on his life, all the ups and downs.
Yeah.
And it's like he's saying, see, it all worked out. Even when it was scary, trusting the process, it led to something amazing. Gives me chills.
Leaves you with this feeling of, I don't know, hope. Like maybe we can all find some peace in trusting the process, even when we don't know what's coming next.
It's a powerful message, and it sticks with you. It's incredible how Azrin takes this really personal story and makes it universal.
It reminds you that music, it's more than just entertainment. It's a way to process your emotions, celebrate the people you love, find meaning.
Totally.
Yeah.
Azrin really opened up with Traveler, led us into this intimate space, and I think that's why it hits so hard. It's not just a song, it's an experience.
It is, and it makes you wonder about everyone's music library, you know? What stories would we find? What would your own Traveler sound like? What moments, big or small, made you who you are?
Those are some great questions. If Traveler taught us anything, it's that the most amazing journeys, they can start with just one step, one leap of faith, or maybe even a plane ticket to a new adventure. This has been your deep dive into Azrin of TGBU's Traveler. Until next time, keep exploring, keep listening, and keep diving deep with us here on The Deep Dive.
Yeah, you heard what we said. You know we the best. You know what the deal is, cause we 10 steps ahead. TGBU talk. Yeah. Yeah.